Hey guys, welcome back to Life's Abundant Journey. Whew. I've been MIA for a while. I got in a relationship, that's what happened. But I just watched a video from Sage at Terra Nova Acres, and I just need to do a response to it because I felt so seen and my heart just felt comforted that I'm not the only one that feels the way that she shared in her video. And a little bit of a backstory. So I started following her, I think at the beginning of the new year. I was looking for single homesteaders because I follow all of these families, and that's great. And I love them. But it's so different when you're doing it alone. And as somebody who had been single for the most part of 5-6 years, dating a lot, but being in a relationship for just a short amount of time during that period, I, realized that in my adult life, I was really searching for somebody that I'm not sure I was going to find. Somebody that liked the idea of homesteading and sustainability and things like that. Another tangent. I'm in my mother's garden because we're selling my childhood home, or we sold it. And we have 2 days left before we finally move everything out. And I thought, what a better way to remember her garden but film a video here. So I might move the camera around a little bit just to spend some time and some memories in her garden. But I started following Sage because I knew I was searching YouTube for solo gardener or solo homesteaders. I was looking for single homesteaders, but she had made a video about solo homesteading. I watched back some of her videos that she had done with, her partner, and was hoping that she would share something like this video that she just did recently. And I'm glad she did it in her own time, but it really inspired me because I had set my mind up, and I still kind of do. I'm in a relationship, but I don't know if it's going to be long term. I hope it is. It's going really well, but I'm older now, and I realize that there's certain things that are non-negotiables for this lifestyle that I want, and I want to spend my life with somebody, if I do, with somebody that has the same visions and the same dreams, or at least that we can work together to support one another's, and they're along the same. It's kind of the same path. I'm gonna move because it's getting hot. Well, this isn't cooler, but at least it's a different spot. And so Sage in her video spoke about how sometimes we have to limit what we're capable of. As far as for me, my mom died 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and this is her garden, and I was really passionate about maintaining it last summer, and because I was living here and really wanting to garden and stuff, and really had my mindset I was going to do this year, and by next year I'm going to have my own house, and I'm going to have time I'm going to do meat chickens next summer, and then I'll get laying hens the following spring or something like that. And we have these ideas of being able to do it all, and I'm still in an apartment, and I have a raised garden bed at my dad's and container gardens and things like that. It's not my ideal. I would love to buy land. I'm looking for land, but I'm trying to not rush the process because I don't have buyer's regret. I don't want to buy property that I can't have more than just a couple laying hens on. I want to have pigs for pork, and I want to be able to do meat chickens, and hopefully eventually more than that. But even having that set in my mind, I know that I've never done any of this, and as somebody that is planning to do it alone, hoping that I don't have to for the long haul, you kind of have to give yourself grace and realize that you might have to shift the load that you carry, not burden, but the load, because you don't want it to turn into a burden. There's so much passion there that it's easy to overload it. A lot of us, that are into this kind of stuff if we can muscle through it, we can do it, and we could likely, but the joy, we want to make sure that the joy stays in this lifestyle, because it's not just a job to get done, it's a lifestyle to live. We want to make sure that least continue to feel the passion and the love behind it, and that the joy stays present. I think of the other girls that are in our position. When I started my YouTube channel, and I haven't been great about it because ultimately my love of gardening comes second to what I really want in my life, which is a family and a partner and children and things like that. And I know that the gardening and like the YouTube can always be there, but I knew how important it was to put my energy into the relationship that I was starting. And so that's where my shift came. But I really would love to see this type of community of people that are empowered. You know, women empowerment is a big thing in society right now, but I don't think that single homesteaders are much of a focus, because a lot of the homestead community are Christians, and so they believe in family life, and I do, but I believe in finding somebody that has the same passions and the same values, and it's not easy to find. I would love for the community of singles to be more visible in the YouTube space and just in general, because it's encouraging, because it feels very lonely out there when you see all the homesteads and they got 1 million kids and they have a partner in crime that's helping them with the heavy lifting and all the tasks and things and the chores. So we'll see how much of this is actually in frame, but I thought I'd end in front of my mom's beautiful lilac bushes that have a lot of saplings or little babies growing along the ground. I'm hot, a lot's on my mind. I lived in this house for 31 years, and there is just so much love that has gone into it from my parents, and I'm trying to emotionally process it in the right way, and not knowing what I'm going to regret not doing to process it right. It's complicated in the brain I have. But there's a lot going on in my mind, and I'm hot and I'm filming outside, so it's a little bit like, oh, who's looking at me? But nobody's looking at me, but I was in the front before, so I just wanted to get little snippets around the yard. And but yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that what I was thinking while I was watching Sage's video is a little bit scattered in my brain, but I hope to do some more of these sit down videos. I have there's the air conditioner. I'll end it with this: have grace with yourself. Know that you're not alone when you're trying to make all of your great ideas and ambitions, and knowing that you can do it all. Knowing that you can make your own bread and buy your own raw milk to make your own yogurt and butter and grow and can. It kills me. I had to use store-bought tomato sauce last week because I thought I had backups of my homemade spaghetti sauce in cans, and I didn't. And I had bought some organic spaghetti sauce at Aldi for this purpose. But I was like, shoot, how did I was canning a bunch and I had an abundance of tomato sauce. Where did it go? I thought I had extras, but canning in itself is a whole ordeal. And when you're doing it just for yourself, it's also, it should be easier because, less volume. But it's just the pressure when you know how to do it, but the time in the day is so limited, and I am little skill compared to Sage because I don't have my own land. So I'm growing and I'm canning, but I don't have animals, and my yard is non-existent. Of course, I was taking care of this homestead, and then my dad's property is where I'm growing all my vegetables. And so, but it's, the weight and the burden, you got to keep it in the right perspective, and just know you're not alone. Until next time, see you later.